Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, I'm Nancy B. Hi. I'm so glad you're here today, and I'm excited to bring you some fun music. So let's play, huh? Take it away, Barrett. See what I tell you. Well, let's start this celebration with a song. Let's invite the world to sing along. We've got peace, joy, and life to share. We get together with love to share. Let's start this celebration with a song. Well, let's start this celebration with a cheer. Woo-hoo! Tell the world that all are welcome here. We've got speakers, books, and classes too. We're learning things we never knew, Let's start this celebration with a cheer. Take it away, Mary. Well, let's start this celebration with a song. This is home. This is home. We're right where we belong. 'Cause we can be, do, and have it all. No dream too big, no dream too small. Start this celebration with a song. Well, let's start this celebration with a song. This is home, we're right where we belong. 'Cause we can be, do, have it all. No dream too big, no dream too small. Start this celebration with a prayer and meditation. We'll start this celebration with a Yay! You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, we're having fun. Yes? Yes, we're having fun. Life is so good. And I'm so excited for all of you and for your consciousness and what you've brought to the center in your willingness to say yes, 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 yes. We're ready. This is now. This is us. And here we go. Watch out, right? I'm so excited for all of you and for the newness that's happening here for all of you. So my talk is entitled, Do It Now. Do It Now. So I noticed that in the last couple of years, I noticed that some little fears had started niggling around, bugging me. Fear of heights, falling, high places, fear of deep water, swimming. And so for the last 2 or 3 years, I thought, I should take some swimming lessons or something. But I never, it's like I never made the decision. I couldn't quite get there. So I had a friend for the weekend, and I must have been grousing about, you never do that. I know. About, life's not moving, it's not the way I want it to be, I must have just bored her to tears because she finally got on a roll and she said, get your blank up off the couch and just do something. And she must have said it 5 or 6 times. I wanted to slap her. But I didn't because I knew that that was a message I needed to hear. So I made a decision and I took swimming lessons. And she went on Google, which I thought was a really stupid thing, to watch how to learn how to swim because I'd been swimming since I was a kid and I already knew how, but I forgot. And I forgot because for 40 years I couldn't get my hair wet because I always had to be ready for an audition or work, to go work. And so for 40 years I couldn't, so I think that's kind of what happened. So she wanted me to do dead man's float. And every time I put my face in the water, I was fighting it and struggling to get up. So I did that like 3 times. And we're standing in water. I'm depending on her to save me. I didn't know until much later that she didn't know how to swim. She had failed to mention that part. But so I just stopped. And I stood there and I closed my eyes and I started breathing really slow and really deep. And I did that just a couple times and got centered. And then when I was ready, I took a breath and I laid down in the water. And I laid there for so long that she said, I was just about to tap you to make sure you were still there. You know, and the other thing I learned was how to float on my back. I've never been able, I couldn't do that, obviously, because I would get my hair wet, right, Nico? No. So, and floating on my back, I can stay there all day. I mean, and here's the thing. When I did that the first time, I felt so lifted. I could feel the presence. I could feel the lifting. I could feel the safety. I could feel the presence there. And I knew that I was safe and that whatever I needed to learn, I would be safe. And so it was all in my mind. All I had to do was think a new thought. And when I had a new thought, then I had a new experience. But as long as I was stuck in that, I'm going to sink. If I try to tread water, I always sink. If I try to float, I always sink. That was what I believed. I will lay on the bottom, and that would be the end of me. Well, that was just a belief I had. Was it the truth? Clearly, it wasn't the truth, because I'm still here. But as long as I believed that, I couldn't do it. I had to change my belief. And once I changed my belief, my experience changed. So it's all about a change in consciousness. It's all about a change in consciousness, and it's wonderful. So, so I just made a new decision, and everything changed, because that's how that works. So did I want to do it? No, I really didn't. I mean, I didn't want to go through the experience, but I wanted to get to the other side of it. So I had to go through that. So I don't think the butterfly really wants to dematerialize into goo, but it has a dream of flying, right? So does anybody here not have any fears of any kind? Other than, the butterfly, obviously. So you have a dream to fly, but something may be between you and your dream. And it's all in here. There's nothing there. I don't care what you name it. I don't care what you call it. I don't care what your experience of the past has been or this moment has been. The change takes place here. And once you change this, your experience will change. Absolutely. I love this. So, power of decision. I think I'm going to have to teach a class on the power of decision. This is his book, and I'm going crazy over this book. This is what this part says. I read you the whole book, but not right now.
Who wrote it?
It's Raymond Charles Barker. So, does anybody want to live a richer life? Anybody at all? Just a couple of people. Just one or two of you. He says, in order to live a richer life, you don't need more money. You don't need a bigger house or a better car. You don't need a better partner. What you need is a change of consciousness, a new idea, a new thought, a new beginning. And he says this about that. The mind leaves you free. No, we already said that part. I'm not on that page. I'm on this page over here. It requires a change of consciousness, and this you can do, for you are a thinker. Yes? Yes. You are a thinker. And you are a thinker. You are the controller of your consciousness. The moment you decide to live a richer life, your consciousness will devise the ways and means for you to get it. But you have to make that decision. It's just a decision. It doesn't seem that easy, does it? Sometimes. But it's the truth, I'm telling you, because the consciousness that you're thinking of is the infinite consciousness of the universe that can give you anything that you can believe in and accept for yourself. Absolutely. The infinite is a divine extravagance. I love that. It is forever giving itself away. God knows no thrift. It doesn't have to budget,
because it is an inexhaustible mind with inexhaustible substance. It throws itself away because it knows that the only expression it can get is through you, So that thing that wild dream, that wild idea, that thing that floats in sometimes and you kind of push it away. I've done that many times in my life. I go, oh, you're kidding. Me? No, that's way too big, way too far, way too high for me. If that idea, that original thinker with that original thought came through you only, nobody else has that particular original idea that is coming through you. And if you do not express it, if you do not allow it to live through you, the world will not have it. It will be lost forever. Forever. So there's a reason that original, weird, out of the box, crazy idea came through you. There's a reason, because the world needs it. And you are the one that has been open to spirit to say yes to it, and you are the perfect vehicle for it to express through, because you're not this body, but you know that. Say, I am not this body. I am light. And the light that I am is joy and love, abundance and freedom. Yes. Yes. Abundance and freedom. Absolutely. It's so good. So good. So we can decide to stay, and it's like I gritted my teeth when he says, you're comfortable. You are at home in your present limitation. And it's hypnotic. And we've already convinced our subconscious mind that this comfortable place where we are is a good place to be, And so it takes a lot of courage and a lot of energy to pull ourselves away from that comfortable place that's so easy to try something new, to be uncomfortable for a little while, to push ourselves to be uncomfortable for a little while in order to experience this richer life. I want this richer life. Say, I want this richer life. I claim this richer life for me. Now. Yeah. So the only time there is now. There is no later. There is no tomorrow. When tomorrow gets here, it will be now. Right? So I can't live in my tomorrow because it isn't here yet. And I can't live in my yesterday because it's already gone. The only time you can be alive is here, now. So the decisions that you are making as you are listening to what I'm saying will change your life. But you have to make that decision. Are we willing to be uncomfortable for a little while? Sometimes I say yes, and sometimes I say, do I have to? And it can be challenging. So you are a cosmic being. Like a star, you are a star of the universe, a planet, the Milky Way, part of the Milky Way. You were that before you incarnated in this form, and you'll be that when this form gets tired and you decide to move on. You are a cosmic being, and as such, you have access to cosmic wisdom. I used to see cosmic wisdom when I was taking classes as this band around the universe that Einstein and Thoreau and Emerson and everybody were in, listening to me, and I could just ask something, and they would download it to me because that was kind of my understanding of what had been taught. So I asked, and they answered me. So whether they're here or there or wherever, you have access, we have access to infinite mind, infinite, inexhaustible wisdom, inexhaustible original ideas and possibilities, and inexhaustible substance with which to bring them into form. And I love that. It said, the minute you decide, your consciousness, your subconscious, begins to bring you the people, the things, the finances, the understanding, the whatever you need to bring it into form as soon as we decide, right? So I want to offer you an exercise that came from Gene Houston. I'm doing Gene Houston's program, Unlocking Your Quantum Powers. So I'm going to offer you an exercise we're going to do in a moment. So close your eyes, if you don't mind, for just a moment. And take a deep breath. And imagine that you are opening the top of your head, and in through the top of your head is streaming white light. That the energy, the light being that you are, the light being of the cosmos, the light being that God is, that infinite being is streaming into you now as this illumination, flowing into your body and illuminating your entire body, your head, your arms, your chest, your torso, your heart, your organs, so that you are a lighted being right here, right now. And the light continues to stream in. Each time you inhale, you bring in more light, more light, more light, until the light begins to pour out from you, and you're swimming in this ocean of light. You are part of the cosmos. You are part of the metaverse, the universe. Begin to play. You can play in this limitless consciousness. You can play and create ideas, realities, what you want. See yourself playing, see yourself being that, doing that, and know that it's effortless. All you have to do is think it, and it's there. Take another deep breath and return here now. Take another deep breath and open your eyes. And know that this is the truth. This light is around us all the time. And just like the cosmic mind, all we have to do is place our attention on it and invite it to inhabit us, to inform us, to open ourselves to receive what it has to share with us. Yes? 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 So, history is not, Dr. Yussi, my friend who lives in the Canary Islands, gave me this. History is not made by doing what everybody else is doing. History isn't made by doing what others are doing. And every original thinker, from Copernicus to Steve Jobs, are called kooks and weirdos and oddballs and everything else that you can think of. So Robin Sharma says you can either fit in or you can change the world. You can't do both. You can either have everybody like you and approve of you, or you can change the world. You can change the world by who you are, by how you live your life, by the example that you are to the people in your family and the people in your community. How you choose to live your life makes a difference. We make a difference. You make a difference every time you go into a gas station, every time you walk into a store, every time you go to Walmart or Target or Vons or wherever you go. You make a difference by how you show up, by your consciousness of who you are. You don't need to say a word. You just, it's who you are. It's your beingness, your wholeness, your wonderfulness, your limitlessness, your limitlessness. Nobody can do what you can do. Nobody can do it the way you can do it. And there's a reason that it came through you, because the world needs it. The world wants it. So say yes. Are you willing to say yes? Yes. I didn't hear you. Yes. I wasn't sure what you said. Yes. Oh, I thought you said yes. I actually thought you said that. So you can live a fuller life the moment you decide. An expanded consciousness expresses as expanded experience. That's the way the law of mind works. It works in no other way. I'm going to say that again. Let's say that together. An expanded consciousness expresses as an expanded experience. Yeah, so when you expand this life expands. That's how the law works. It can't work any other way. I'm going to finish with a quote by Emerson. I love this. You've done the best you could, right? You've done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities have entered in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day, and you shall begin it serenely with too high a spirit to be encumbered by any old nonsense. Right? So do it, and do it now. Namaste.